No.
Things that you never think you should find at the dollar store.
For our hand touch, anybody?
Food! That's right, we're going into Wingstop. Love this stuff. I love the fries. The chicken's okay, the fries are awesome. So let's go inside and get food. Okay, so I'm off to Home Depot. I have to get a part. I gotta get a coupler. Basically, I need this to be able to attach to the part of my shower head so I can wash my dogs. So we're gonna run off and get that right now. And let's see what else I can find in Home Depot. Alright, so I have this, and I have to create something. So what I gotta do is I find a coupler that is going to fit on my regular pipe, and then in so doing will hook onto the project I have. So I'm gonna have to grab one piece from one place and one piece from the other, so let's start around this. So this is the joy. Yeah, I'm a famous performer. I'm working on my sink trying to wash my dog. What can I say? So let's look at the pipings. So we're going to want something that goes from a hose to the faucet. And that is this. See, you never thought you'd get home improvement tips on a Georgia Giant site, did you? So, okay, let us go to the other side, and then we're gonna go do the piecing together. This is like a candy store for me a lot of the time because I just get to play around. Sorry, this store is different than the one I go to, but here's bricks. Whee! Yeah. See? Every time I do this stunt, it's costing me around $3 just to do one brick break. So, you know, it's amazing. I remember when bricks were only like 45 cents each. They're the big cinder blocks. Now they're $1.40. Yeah, I've become my father. Remember when? So let's keep going. Let's run. Turn the corner. Okay. So I gotta get some rebar. Gotta get some nails for some shows coming up. So I say so a lot, I'm noticing. A heart-shaped pizza for Valentine's Day. That's right. You can feed your loved one a heart-shaped pizza that will clog their arteries and kill them. It's a nice sentiment, isn't it? I love you. Die, die. You know, I'm starting to realize that I have a warped sense of humor compared to normal people. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. If not, you'll get over it. And yes, people are staring at me because I'm talking to myself again. So let's film it. Let's do it. Whee! I found a gentleman that was willing to teach me the one art that I truly wanted to learn. And that was sword swallowing. This is a 25-inch stainless steel blade. It does not bend. It does not collapse. It is real. Now, when I learned sword swallowing, you start out with something else. You start out with a coat hanger that bent into a shape. Well, I was trying to learn that, and I went on the road with a man named Bobby Reynolds. And he's one of the last owners of sideshows around. Well, while learning to do sword swallowing, I was performing 30 shows a day in the tent, doing fire eating and everything else. Well, the thing is, he was only paying me $150 a week. But he was going to feed me. He fed me bologna sandwiches every day. Now, that sounds bad, but let's add on. The power to the fridge that stored the mayonnaise and the bologna was turned off at 1 in the morning and not turned back on till 2 p.m. in the afternoon. We are in Texas. It is 120 degrees during the day, so having it turned on is a really good thing. But at night, it's around 70 degrees still. So by the end of the run, I'm trying to learn sword swallowing with botulism.
Oh, man.
To this day, I cannot eat a bologna sandwich. This does not make my wife happy because she likes bologna. But I can now swallow a sword.
Chicken.
I think that's chicken. Okay, I'm helping organize the sword swallowing big swallow on the sword swallowing day on February 26th for the Hollywood chapter. Well, the Hollywood Ripley's, believe it or not. And basically my job is just to find all the sword swallowers and let them know. I'm in charge, but I'm not. All I'm doing is trying to help out Ripley's to get all this organized, and because the person that works at Ripley's, she's busy doing other stuff, so I'm able to contact the people and try to get everything organized and set up for people to show up. I was asked to do an event a while back, and something happened, and I just wasn't able to do it. My wife was having medical issues.
My fault.
And it just wasn't worth me going to LA and being away from my wife as long as I would have been for the amount of money I was going to be paid. And I'm glad I didn't go because my wife was in the hospital the whole day, the day of the event. So I would have been freaking out with my wife, then jumping in a car, driving to LA in a nutcase state, doing a show and not having my mind set for it, and then having to come home thinking my wife could be passed out in a coma. Because of the situation, I chose not to do the event. I'm bad, I admit that. Now, back to the sword swallowing thing. We only have so many sword swallowers in the Los Angeles area. I contacted the one earlier, and he said that he wasn't sure if he could do it, but he'll let me know. It's posted that he will not be attending it because the one sideshow organization has had a falling out with George the Giant. Okay, one, I didn't know I had a falling out. I told him I couldn't do it. I apologize for it. Things freaking happen. I've had people cancel on me for stupid reasons. Mine was medical. I don't feel that was a freaking stupid reason. I felt that was pretty good. If they want me to, I'll bring a doctor's note proving I was in the freaking hospital with my wife. I'm hurt in a way because I felt that if this was the case, he should have called me up and said, look, I don't like what happened, that you ditched out on a job. And I would have then explained to him why I did it. And then if he still didn't want to do this event, I would understand. To be honest, I would. You know, I like the person. That's what I think what's really getting me is I like the person. I've never had a problem with the person. I think I've tried to get him jobs. I know I've got the organization jobs and stuff. And he's going to sit there without knowing the whole story and say, well, I can't do anything with him because this is what happened. I think that's why I'm hurt. I thought he was a friend. I really did. And a friend doesn't not tell the person, look, this is what happened. This is why I'm not going to work for you. Here's the thing with the sword. There was another person that was trying to do a big organization of sword swallowers, and they used to date a sword swallower who has other sword swallower friends, and she was inviting all these other performers to be at this big gathering, but not this group of people, the ex-boyfriend's group. And my whole viewpoint was, does it really matter? You're doing a big swallow, you're trying for numbers. It doesn't matter if you like the person or not. You invite them, you perform with them, and you tell them thank you. Because you are thankful for them to show up. You don't have to hang out with them. And if this individual doesn't like me, that's fine. I understand. I don't like people. I don't like everyone all the time either.
Yeah, it's almost like, going to work and not liking a coworker. This is everybody's job. If you don't like somebody, oh well, you go to work, you do the job, and you go home. And then you don't deal with them, other than maybe work. You don't have to be best friends with everybody.
I mean, this event, we're promoting sword swallowing. We're promoting ourselves, and we're promoting Ripley's.
It's also,
and it's a gathering, and we have
and it's also
a blast.
the throat.
Yes, it's for throat problem, swallowing disorders. I hate doing this. I'm probably going to have one more blog that isn't a funny blog, and I'm trying to have them funny. But I keep having all this serious stuff happen at one time. So, please understand, when you follow George the Giant's life, it's for fun, but there is some real. This is my life. The Giant's life is my life. It isn't me joking around all the time, chasing people down and making fun of them while I'm doing it. It's me dealing with stuff. Call people and start screaming. But I can't do that because that isn't what I am anymore. I'm trying not to be that person. I'm trying to be the person that I want to be. And that is a person that truly sees the goodness in everyone. I try so hard. And I try not to dislike people. I don't want this in my life. I love performing. And, when performing stops being fun, there's a problem in an entertainer's life. And when I'm having to have these arguments over things that, to me, shouldn't even be a problem, I mean, it really gets to me. It's really upsetting that I'm going to lose friends that I really don't feel I should have to lose. Not for these reasons. I mean, there are so many other reasons to be banned from groups and everything else. But when I truly believe I have been nice to everyone and have always opened my heart and always have helped people in things that they need help on, to be stabbed I mean, one, as I said, I would rather have had him just come to me and go, look, I don't feel right doing this show because of what you did to our group. And then I could have explained my side. He would have said, well, I don't accept it. And I could have lived with it. I really could have. I'm really, really hurt. And I'm not sure if I should go straight into the problem, or I have a friend that's a friend with him and have them talk to him and find out what's going on before I talk to him. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and after this video airs and everything else, everything turns around and he ends up going to do the event and we have a great time. And if that's the case, I'll go on YouTube and announce that I was an idiot. But, I'm kind of hurt. So, I gotta get my wife into her class. And then I was going to get another hour nap before going to work, but that's not going to happen.